welcome back to a video here on UK Film Fairs TV. I'm back in front of the camera once again. It's the second time this year actually, and it's also the second time here at Fantasy Island filming in front of the camera. Yeah, I'm here for the 30th anniversary, so I just want to wish Fantasy Island a happy 30th birthday. So yes, kick off the day, they're going to be doing talk Q&A with James Mellors in Castaways, and yeah, after that we will be checking out the rest of the things around the park, including more of the birthday celebration things. So they've got like an archive going on, and to round off the night they're also doing a fireworks display.
James Mellors for our Q&A session this afternoon. This is your guys' opportunity to ask any relatable questions in regards to the past, present and future of Fantasy Island. Right then, James, so let's have a little bit of a look at the questions here that have been sent in to us. So can you tell us about the earliest memories of working on the fairground and amusement industry?
For those that don't know me, I'm James Mellors, one of the Mellors brothers, myself and my brother. Grew up in the fairground industry, mainly moving around the Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire area, so we're born and bred Nottingham, true Nottingham Forest fans. Might get a few boos. I've been on the fairgrounds since birth is a true answer. So lots of memories, and it's hard to say the first one because I was literally born into a caravan at the age of 0. So I remember walking around on the rides, seeing my parents doing their work. I remember being more active, and when I say active as in more of a regular role, probably from about the age of 11. But back in those days, you didn't have child slave labour, which it wasn't. I was happy to do it. Norms were different to what they are now. So yeah, it was very different days back in those times, the good old days.
So that's the question from the past. We'll move to the present currently. So since your family bought Fantasy Island back in 2016, what has been your proudest moment for you?
Difficult one. I don't think there's any one particular. I think today's one, in a way, if you want me to be honest. I think if I think back to ones that really stick out in memory is I remember when we did the first fireworks show out on the fairground side. And we got the themed one, they saw that fireworks show. So me and my brother sat in a recording studio to create our own Fantasy Island song. We wanted to bring a bit of the magic to Fantasy Island. We came here in 2016, and we felt the place was missing a bit of magic, if you want to. And I had 2 market traders that had been in at Fantasy Island for years before came up and said, "That's the best display we've ever seen. We've never seen anything like it." Now, I can take it for granted because I have been to Disney. I know there's many people that haven't. And that's what we wanted to try and bring. So that was a very proud moment. Time machine, that's been a really proud moment because I've never put so much effort into a machine since, I'd say, 95, which is when we built the Crazy Show. So for those people that understand the rides, ever since then it was all business, going forward, rides operating safely. Didn't really matter how pretty they were, as long as they were doing the job, because it was a financially driven machine. This year, with my kids getting involved, again, they wanted to make a ride look nice. So, Time Machine was that ride. So it was really nice to have my kids working with me, physically hands-on a ride, doing what I did 30 years ago. So that's another proud moment. And seeing everybody on a beautiful day, when the weather's like this, the park's busy, it's buzzing, I can't be more proud of it now. Honestly, it's obviously it's a business, but this is also more than a business to us. It's been a lifestyle ever since I've been born. We love the rides, we love the attractions, I love the magic of things. So to see all that come to life and people enjoying it was great.
Right, we've had one from the past, we've had one for the present, we'll have one from the future. Quite an interesting question, this one. If you could bring any ride or attraction in the world to Fantasy Island, what would it be?
That is a real tough one. Yeah, very tough. Very tough. I think I'd love to bring something like Hagrid's from Universal, with Harry Potter. You know, the multi-launch, the braking system, the animatronics around it. For those that haven't been, I don't want to spoil it all, but the reverse action, the drops, there's just so much happening on that coaster that it's absolutely brilliant. So I'd love to bring something like that. So yeah, let's keep that in the dreams.
Right, so we've had a few questions that have been written in, but is anybody brave enough to ask any questions this afternoon? This is your guys' opportunity to ask any questions relatable to Fantasy Island that you might have, past, present or future. Danielle, there she is, the lovely Danielle, has put a lot of effort into today, but she's circulating with a microphone, so you can have your moment. If anybody wants to be the stars of the show this afternoon, don't all put your hands up at once. There is a couple of people talking
Always
about.
got one, Dale. So this is lovely Neil. Hello Neil, thanks for joining us today. What's your question for our incredible James?
Will there be any plans for building like a themed hotel?
Being completely honest, yes. So when we bought the park again in 2016, we sat down and we said, let's do a 10-year vision, a 10-year plan. We're almost 10 years down the line, and a lot of that plan hasn't worked. Multiple reasons in between, finances, COVID, stuck in the middle, so there's other business opportunities we've done. We have to remember that this is a business. One of the reasons we bought the park in the first place is because it went into administration. You'll see with a lot of other parks and things now, they're closing down. The business is getting extremely difficult. Things have changed so much since 2016. The amount of safety now, we need a complete team. It's not one person, it's a complete team. Everything's changed. Prices of energy, as everybody understands. Prices of wages. You know, one thing with Fantasy Island is we're still a free to enter park. We're trying to keep it as budget and affordable for everybody to enjoy, but it's really hard to balance. And if we go back to day one, when John Woodward built the park in '95, to be fair to John, he was developing caravan parks at the time. Blue Anchor was growing out the parks. Fantasy Island was a magnet for Ingham Milton Skegness at the time, so it didn't have to make money because the sales on the caravans and everything else that was growing, that was making money. Fantasy Island became a magnet. For us, Fantasy Island is a business. So yes, we have plans to build hotels. Yes, we have bigger plans. And I'd love to be sitting here in 5 years with a couple of those ticked off.
Hi James, it's Michael from Scarecon. We've met several times. Hi.
Can't see everybody.
So obviously you won some awards for Fear Island a couple of years ago at my event. And what can we expect from Fear Island this year?
I think it was actually your event that really made me appreciate Halloween and the fear factor, what people enjoy. It was not something for me. I don't know if anybody else likes scare attractions, but I don't even like a horror movie. I remember my brother crying at Ghostbusters when it came out. So whenever I get a horror movie, I turn it off because it's not my kind of thing. But we started it because we wanted to extend the season. Again, that was one of the original plans. Fantasy Island season is very short. It's only really the summer. So we started working on the Halloween. Went to your event where they was doing the awards, and I thought, wow, this is actually bigger than I thought. So yeah, we're going to keep growing on the Fear Island. It is something we're going to maintain, something we want to make better. What we're aiming to do this year, again, I'm not sure how many secrets I'm going to keep giving away. We want to now make it feel a little bit more immersed. So this year, Halloween, we're trying to make it a little bit more immersed, where originally I think it was probably a little bit sporadic, spread around the park. We're trying to bring things a little bit more condensed, so that people want to really get into it. Again, I'm going to go back to, when you step over that road and walk into Fantasy Island, I want you to feel immersed, like you're into the island. The same as when you go to, I mentioned Disney because of my inspiration. When you walk through those gates, you're in a different world, and that's what we're going to do with it. Hope that answers.
Okay. Yeah. There's lots of new things to come, new attractions and things.
I was just wondering, is there any plans for any new roller coasters in the next few years?
Yes, yeah. There's always plans, but I think one of the questions I get asked a lot on social media and things like that is, are we going to put a permanent coaster in? A permanent coaster is a big step. because like we said before, it's a huge investment. You can't change it round. So when we set the 10-year plan, it's hard to say, let's put a coaster down and think, oh, well, I'll have a hotel there now, or we want to do something else. So it's very hard for us at the moment, I think, to make that commitment. One of the pleasures we have is being from the fairground industry. We have 30 rides currently in the Middle East. We have all the rides that's here, and we've had a real good availability of being able to move things around. So the answer will be yes. We want to keep bringing something new. I think one of the things with Fantasy Island again is it's quite a small footprint. So we can't just keep expanding because we don't have the space. And also I think we could dilute the offer. We understand that we can only get a certain amount of people down that A158 into Skegness and back again unless everybody's staying over. And because most people stay here for a weekend or a week, at the moment we're probably only on 1 day visit. And again, that's what I want to try and increase. We want to try and change that so people can visit more. So yes, I do want more coasters because that's one of the other things I think that will bring other guests that don't normally come to Ingham House to come over. I keep going back, sorry, but I get one question in my brain just goes. Again, that was one of the things we started back in 2016. We wanted to clean up the island. And I think we've done it. That was one thing. We walk around here with our families, and when I went away, I said to my kids, so wife, what are you thinking? I said, it's really dirty. So one of the main things we wanted to do is litter. We put more bins out in year one. We wanted to change some of the signage to make things better. Then it can lead us on to bringing in coasters. So I think if we have a massive great coaster that everybody thinks of Skegness in a bad attitude, then they won't come. So we had to try and build things in the right direction, as we've done with Captain Jack's. You know, the entertainment team are fantastic now, everything's growing, everything's getting better, which adds to that package to allow us to do bigger and better things. It's all strategic.
Trust the process.
Right, again, we'll look towards the future in terms of one of these questions. What advice would you give to any young people out there that would like to follow in your footsteps in terms of the industry?
Don't do it. Yeah, it's a labour of love. I was born into it. I don't think my kids will go out of it. Once you get into it, it grips you and it's hard to get out of the business. It's a difficult business. Everybody that's working here will tell you it's bloody hard work. You have to put the hours in. It's extremely stressful. But there's a great pride in it. There's a great passion, and I think that's the thing. Once you get into the industry, yeah, you do enjoy it. So anybody that wants to get in it, start at the bottom, work your way up, and if you're not enjoying it, get out early. It's as simple as that. But again, I'd say that to anyone doing any career. You know, get in and only do a job that you enjoy. Because for the younger kids, you spend more of your time working than anything else. So if you're not enjoying your work, do something else.
So you mentioned Fair Island is to expand the season. Are there any thoughts of expanding further towards Christmas or maybe a small Christmas activity?
Yes, there has been thoughts of Christmas, and we did consider it. Again, however, by the time I looked at the numbers, and thought about the caravans are closed down. There's not enough accommodation in the area throughout the Christmas period. Even if we built a hotel, let's say we had a 200-room hotel, that's only, when you think about it, 400 people at any one time. So it's not enough to really be able to do anything major, unless we're on a better road. And that's one of the big problems we have here. You know, Alton Towers, Drayton Manor, they're within an hour. This is 2 hours really from anywhere. So that's one of the hardest things we've got for expanding into Christmas. So it's something I'd love to do. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, is the honest answer. If you've got any help, you can do it. I'm all yours.
I went in the archive thing earlier and I saw this like model of like a concept from years ago, before you guys owned it, I imagine. It looks like a monorail going round and coming out of the pyramid, round the park and back in. I just think that's a really cool idea. Have you ever thought about anything like that?
Yes, I've seen the model. One of the things I only said earlier, actually, when I looked at the exhibition myself about the late great John Woodward, is he was brilliant at getting the press on side. So he could do things like that, but potentially might never happen. But he got the press, he got people talking about Ingham House, Skegness, so that was something that was brilliant. Again, yeah, why not? But looking at it financially, one of the places we actually thought about it was when we bought the pier. Because we bought Skegness Pier back in 2020, I think it was now, just at COVID time. We thought, wouldn't it be great to get a monorail from Skegness all the way up the seafront and drop off at Fantasy Island? And it cuts out all the traffic, because that road and bank can be a pain in the side. So we thought that could be what a great idea. But we looked at a few of the numbers and thought, actually, how do we make this pay? So yeah, it's never say never, but it's a difficult one. I even thought about doing the cable car. People sitting in a cable car, travelling down the front. So yeah, we thought it might end up a land train instead. But we had a lot of problems with the technology. And I don't know if everybody knows, you can get free photos and things now on your wristbands. And a lot of people don't take up on it, believe it or not. So we get a few requests, but not so many. So it's one of those things again where it's been hard to invest in something. And I don't mean this in the wrong way, but a lot of enthusiasts allow this to shout on certain things, but they are a minority. And we love to have the enthusiasts because they can give some fantastic opinions. And the one thing about the enthusiasts is they're not scared to share their opinions either. So at least they give us a bit of an insight of what customers are thinking. But yeah, I would like to see the photos back on there again, but I'd also like to see both of those rides be a better experience than they currently are. I'll leave it at that.
That's interesting.
Looking into the 2026 season, are you looking at and doing any refurbs on any other rides, or are you looking at bringing other rides to the park? Could you let us know?
I don't want to give too much away because the marketing team on that one will probably shout at me. One of the things we do want to do is do a bit of finishing off. We converted Rhombus Express, as everybody knows, which I think looks great. We tried to modernise it a little bit, but it's not quite finished. We ran out of time for the winter period, so there'll be a bit more work going into that to try and finish that off. And a few other renovations and time that works around the site. And hopefully something new for next year.
When you obviously were being showed around to buy Fantasy Island, what was it that caught your eye and went, yep, we're having that, I really want to do that, and I can see this going really well?
Again, we're being honest. We visited 3 places. We were working out of Dubai at the time, and we knew our contract in Dubai was coming to an end. So we said, right, we need to move on. We need to strategically have something permanent where we can focus our efforts and keep growing the family business. So the 3 places were for sale were Fantasy Island, Lightwater Valley, and Brighton Pier. So we did a little road trip. My brother Edward went with his family, I went with my family, and my dad went with my mum and some friends. And at the end of the road trip, we all sat down and just said, what do we think to each? So my youngest kids wanted to buy Brighton Pier, because they said that had the better arcade games. So just listen to that one. My wife wanted to buy Lightwater Valley, because she said it was much cleaner, nicer place, felt like there was potential there with how clean it was. My dad wanted Brighton Pier, because again it's such a well-known place. It was already working so good, and Fantasy Island needed a lot of work. And that's the reason me and my brother wanted Fantasy Island. Because we said, we see this place has got potential. The year before actually, we went to look at Blackpool Piers as well. So we looked at the piers. When we walked on Fantasy Island, I actually stamped my foot and went, I like this better than being on a pier. So that, for us, kind of put Brighton out, because we wanted to evolve rides and work with it. And when we realised one of the main reasons my wife said about here was just dirty, we thought, we can clean that. So we just felt this had potential, and I still feel this has potential. As I said earlier, one of the biggest stumbling blocks is the accommodation and the transport links. The trains are awful. So anyone who has to come on a train, I feel for you. I apologise. It's not my fault. I've tried it a couple of times. Yeah, in the summer it's rammed, in the winter it's freezing, so it is something we've spoken to the MPs about, it's something we've spoken to the rail about, to try and say, there is a business here, but you are starving us on this East Coast. Why not giving us better links? So anyway, yeah, that was the reason we wanted Fantasy Island.
Thank you very much. I would just like to say as well,
Thank you for all the acknowledgement with the 30th anniversary stuff. It's been wonderful work on the archive, and I hope we can keep going. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, Alfie. That's really sweet.
When I came here when I came here back when I was 15 on the Odyssey of Millennium, and I rode the Odyssey of Millennium Coasters for the first time ever, I was so happy. I was just like, I could ride this all day.
And again, that is lovely to hear. And go back to when you said what makes you proud. Moments like that. You know, people, you think of all the effort we put in at times and the thought we do. Time Machine, again, it was just our effort, but to see the amount of joy it gives to a lot of people to see things happen. And that's the thing with Fantasy Island. That's the reason I wanted to ask people, because people have been coming here for years. This place, it means a lot to a lot of people. And I think when we tamper it as the owners, some people get upset because they feel like it's their place. Why do you change that? It's always been blue. We don't want it. So yeah, that's good to hear, Sam. It's nice to hear that so many people have fond memories. As you get older, you have to remember this. Everybody says the school days are the best days of your life. You never think it's true, because when I was in school, I couldn't wait to get out of school. I wanted to get on the rides. Every time I left school at 4 o'clock, my parents, my mum, would pick us up. This was a regular routine. On a Thursday night, she would pick us up from school, same on a Friday, drive us straight to a fairground. We'd have to get changed out of our uniform in the car, and as soon as we jumped out of the car on the fairground, we'd go to work. And that's not because we were made to, it's because we wanted to. So I couldn't wait to get out of school. I thought everything was bright lights, you know, loud music, screaming, you want to go faster. Oh, it was great. And then once you start working, as I said, you think back and your time flies, and you've got so many great memories of being young, so enjoy being young.
Have you ever considered something along the lines of like a CBeebies Land or a Nickelodeon World or something for us here at Fantasy Island?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. To be fair, I had a very, very good one. And we just missed out on it. Another park's taken it. Yeah, so that was disappointing.
But
So,
it's something
I definitely look at, because I think again, we looked at Greater Man a few years ago. They got Thomas. I remember going to Polton's when we used to operate down in Bournemouth for the summer before we had Fantasy Island, when we used to do the fairgrounds. And I went into Polton's Park, and I remember saying, "What a run down park it was." There wasn't a lot there, but all of a sudden Peppa Pig came along.
Yeah.
That was an amazing park. I know the owners are doing a fantastic job. They're theming all the lands around it, and Peppa Pig has really boosted their revenue and their business. So the answer is yes, I'd love to. It's just trying to find the right one. You have to have something, an IP which isn't going to go out of date. You know, if we had Teletubbies was huge. I don't even think they're on TV anymore. So if you invest into something like that, you have to make sure it's an evergreen. So yeah.
So in terms of memories, obviously, I started back here in 2010 till 2015. So I'll be honest, when I got the phone call to have the opportunity to come back, it was a no-brainer for me. Sat down with Danielle, we'd never met each other before, which is weird in this industry. And we sat down, we had a vision in terms of what we wanted for entertainment. And I'll be honest, I think we've absolutely smashed it.
Agreed.
We're
Agreed. A round of applause for the entertainment team, guys.
It's so right, thank you.
Again, memories for me, obviously I remember the Jellykins, I remember the Buckley Martians. I'll be honest, I'd love to bring the Buckley Martians back. Their show was incredible. It had dance anthems and lasers and smoke. And
Yeah, I remember that, it was incredible.
I'll be honest, I mean, I think back in the day we had about 20 characters, 4 Fancy Bears, 3 Buckley Martians, 5 Jellykins,
Nene and Moo.
Pinky and Perky from the 80s, which was incredible. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see, maybe not so much Pinky and Perky because the kids don't know who they are anymore, but I'd love to see the Buckley Martians back. I think
And this is the show. Yeah, the show team.
Right, we'll price it up, that's fine. That's
I'll
a
be
yes.
putting up that you've been a Martian, yeah?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, if there's any other questions, I think as you're talking, what I'd love to see here. I keep changing. I don't know, obviously knows now, Castaways is brightened up, we're trying to brighten the street. One of the other things we wanted to do here is make the place safer. I think it's one of the things that's happening all over the country at the minute, where everybody's feeling a little bit unsafe. Fortunately, there's a few bad incidents here over the years. So we're lighting the streets because everybody can see. And that's one thing I want to do here, is I want to make a clean, safe place for people to come out day and night and thoroughly enjoy the place. And I want to put more inside. because we have too much bad weather. And I want to get more for people to enjoy inside. So I think there's some insights on the targets of where I'd like to head.
Right, is there any further
I
questions?
think this is the last chance now, so if there's any other questions or members.
Anything at all?
Just one more question. Behind the time machine, where the outpost or Maccabees, whatever you want to call it, what is happening there?
That was ready for another attraction. McDonald's, yeah, it was before our time. Unfortunately, we had to pick up the pieces from what a lot of people did before. Very crazy why they closed that McDonald's down in the first place. Previous owners, probably why we bought it out of administration. But yeah, it was a waste of space. So we felt like if we want to bring a bigger coaster in, if we want to do something bigger, where can we do it? So we just thought, we need to lose that building. We need to get rid of it, and then it gives us time and space to do something with. As I said, we've got all attractions. We are still looking at new things, changing things around. So it, yeah, basically gives us space to do it.
Do you think you might look into making Fantasy Island a TV series documentary one season? Try and get the words out to everyone amongst the viewers on TV that Fantasy Island is out there, they should come to this place.
You know what, Sam? Yeah, I don't know if everybody watched, but I did a program years ago it was actually called Britain's Toughest Jobs. It's now on YouTube called Hard Labour. So it was basically where they came out and they put 3 people that had never done a day's work in their life. And they put them with me to be their mentor for 2 weeks. One kid lasted 1 day. The other 2 lasted till towards the end of the event. We were supposed to be number 4, so they were going on the North Sea, the deep sea fishing, or whatever it was, the North Sea. And they said that our documentary was so good that they actually put us as number 1. We was the opening to the series, and we still get aired now. It was on Discovery Channel. So yeah, I'd love to do that because Wrexham, everyone watched Wrexham. Out to the TV documentaries, you know, social media and things, what we all do now. It's amazing how much interest it gets. So I'd love to do something like that, I think. Again, to bring attention to this area. I talk to people from London, and if you say Skegness, they have no idea. A lot of them think it's Inverness. They haven't got to clue. Ingermells, again, they're just going over. You say the East Coast, and they're oh, where's that? Come on, guys. You know, there is somewhere north of Margate. And they don't get it, unfortunately. So I'd love to. A good friend of mine has actually done a TV show not so long ago. I'm sure a few of you may follow him. He's from Nottingham, Guy Phoenix. So he built luxury houses. He's been a friend of mine for like the last 15 years. So how Guy is, he's like that all the time. And he's done this TV show, and it's gone huge. Social media and things like that. And I thought, you know what? So many people are interested in what we do. And what you just said, Sam, there. If we'd have done the documentary before we'd done Time Machine, that would have smashed the TV. That would absolutely smash it. To take an old ride, do the amount of work that we had to do to it, renovate it, the effort that went into the detail, the painting, the amount of problems we had doing it, issues that we had that none of you guys get to see. That would have made amazing TV, because when I sit on an aeroplane, I've been with Guy, he builds luxury houses, and you can sit anywhere and somebody says, what do you do for a living? And he says, I build big houses. Oh yeah, great. What do you do for a living? I say, I've got a theme park. People don't stop asking me questions for the rest of the flight or wherever I'm going. So if I tend to sit on a flight now, I tend to ask them what they do first. And if I can't be bothered in talking too long, I try and close my eyes and then sleep quick. Because if they ask me the question, people are so interested in this industry. So yeah, I do think a TV series or something like that, if you could get the right content, I think it would go well. So watch this space, Sam.
Absolutely. Great.
Right there, we are going to wrap things up. Thank you very, very much to every single one of you that's joined us this afternoon. A big thank you to James Mellors as well for being here and answering all of your questions. So round of applause for James. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. And again, thank you to everybody for constantly supporting Fantasy Island. It's 30 years old. Again, thinking of the late great John Woodward for doing this in the first place. We want to continue the tradition of growing it, making it better, and keeping that destination for people to keep coming on holiday. People will be coming here, as we said a little bit earlier ago, with their families. I had a recent meeting with the MP not so long ago, told me the strains and the issues we have with a park. And it's not just this park. I dare say you will see a lot of parks, unfortunately, closing down over the next couple of years. As you mentioned, Pleasure Island a bit earlier. It's difficult. You know, the power's going up crazy. It's very, very hard to run this industry now. Parts are extremely expensive, waiting times, even parts for a car. I'm sure everybody knows how difficult things can be. But we want to keep this going. And the MP said to me, what's worst case scenario, James? I said, worst case scenario is we go bankrupt or we have to close the park. And he said, what does that mean? I said, you can basically close Ingermells and Skegness. I said, because there's nothing here again. You know, the shops, the marketplace across the road, they all feed from everybody that comes to the overall offer that's in Ingermells and Skegness. So I love the fact of the competition of bottoms and people trying to build it, because we need people to keep coming in. And that's the one thing we are determined to do, is keep this place alive, even through the tough times, to ensure everybody has this place to keep coming to for the next 30 years. So again, thank you for supporting us.
If you don't want to buy a wristband here at Fantasy Island, you can pay per ride too. Here's a look at a few of the prices. Obviously, the more frill ride you go on, the more expensive it may be. So yeah, there's your prices in case you want to pay per ride. If you want to go on like a couple of rides here, there's your prices. Okay, so here we go, back on Time Machine. It's bedded in a bit better now, so I can already feel it a bit faster than last time. Wow. It looks like the cycle has been slightly updated. So we'll see how this goes. Oh my god. Really well. It's chucking me everywhere. Time Machine. What an awesome ride. So there we go, just came off Time Machine. That's my third time on that now, and I think it's running better than ever. It's so fast, it looks amazing, and yeah, just look at it behind me there. Really good ride. It's so good that it finally opened again, once again. Did have a few teething problems when it first opened, but now back in action. There's actually a massive queue for it as well, so it's proven popular. And yeah, I think that is the best run I've had on it so far. I'm sure they tweaked that cycle a bit, but it does feel a bit faster than it has ever done. On to the next ride now. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh, we start off with a bang.
Okay, so here we are, second ride of the day. We've come inside, but it's a bit quieter. We've come on the Magical Sea Aquarium. Always a nice dark ride, probably my favourite dark ride here out of the ones what are here.
Join the land breeze at evening star, and with the moonless dog hauling on the hook, it's time to set sail to the westward, where shoals of sea creatures are captured for your delight. Where shoals of sea creatures are captured for your delight.
There we go, I've just come off of the Magical Sea Aquarium here at Fantasyland. As I mentioned on ride, it's quite a relaxing ride. It's a lovely dark ride and it's suitable for all ages, so whether young, old, you can all enjoy it. Lots of great scenes in there. Obviously the soundtrack is quite addictive, but yeah, everything seems to be working there pretty much in all, which was quite good to see. It is an older ride here at the park now, and yeah, it's still running really well and still popular too. There was like a 5-minute queue on that, so yeah, nice to see. So the Mystical Dragon Mountain ride, which is the water slide, like raft slide here in the pyramid, hasn't been open all season. We do wonder what's going to be happening with this attraction, as the future of it is not looking too good at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay, so the next indoor ride we're on here is Toucan Tours. Another one of the classics here at Fantasy Island, so with it being the 30th birthday, why not experience some of the classic indoor attractions, especially while the weather outside isn't the greatest. So yeah, here we go on Toucan Tours. It's been quite a long wait and all on this one. It does run 2 trains, but with it being quite a long ride, it takes a while to get around. Halloween as well, this is part of the Fear Island event because they transform into spooky Toucan tours. If you want to see a preview of that, you can check out our Fear Island vlog from last October. Hopefully once again we'll be back at the event this year and see what new things there is to scare us. Well, say us, I won't mean me, because I'm one what gets scared. So there we go, I've just discovered the secrets of Fantasy Island here on Toucan Tours. Like I said when I won it, it's a classic ride here at the park. It's been here quite a long time now, and I'm actually surprised and I'm actually glad to see that inside there it seems like there's some new audio halfway through, some new sounds I'm pretty sure that I hadn't noticed before. Also the scenery part where the volcano is, that's been updated, now it lights up again with like an orange colour like lava on the volcano. That looks really nice, I hadn't noticed that before either. Just the entrance bit, once again, no longer has the voodoo music unfortunately, and the talking toucan at the start. Apart from that, I'm actually quite impressed with that. It seems like they've done a few bits of upgrading on there, really good. Secrets, Fantasy Island. Love it, Toucan Tours.
3, 2, 1, scream! Not loud enough, was it, Jess? She said you're not loud enough, try again. Louder. Should I let you go faster, Jess?
Okay, here we go. We decided to come on the rapids back outside again. I looked at the weather, it said that rain were going to come in about an hour, so I might as well make most of what's outside for now. Because the indoor is open until a bit later, with it being a 10 o'clock close. So yeah, here we are, rapids time. Yeah, it's only running on 2 boats today, which is interesting. Not helping with the throughputs, but finally on it anyway now. We're going to go a long way down yet. Hopefully we don't get soaked. Whoa! Oh, that was close. Oh my gosh! It's quite wild today on the Wild River Rapids. Jesus! I've got a bit wet. Oh, I was sure it got a bit wet. It got even more wet. Whoa! That's it. Here we go, Millennium. On front row and all. And it's raining.
Oh, really?
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Raining. Here we go. Wow! Oh, the rain! Oh, the rain! Such a smooth coaster. Well, apart from rain battering us. Yeah. Love it.
Here we go, Alan Beach. On the road. Here we go.
So there we go, I've just come off the Millennium and now it started raining. It actually rained when we were on ride and all. You probably heard me screaming about it because you definitely felt it on there. But yeah, one of my favourite coasters here in the UK Millennium is it's so smooth, it's got a good thrill. At the front you just get pushed through them inversions. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it's a good starter coaster for anyone what's not done any inversion coaster before, with it being so smooth. It's actually quite relaxing too. The restraints on it are quite tight, but they are comfortable. And yeah, all in all, a great coaster here, and it's probably my favourite ride here at the park. Despite it raining though, don't forget there is the indoor section, of course, in the pyramid, where multiple rides for all the families to go on. So if you are caught in a rainy day, just like today, you've got plenty to do inside. So there's some brave people up there riding the Starflyer in the wind and rain. Hopefully this bad weather passes by quite quickly, because we don't want to risk missing out on the fireworks tonight, especially when it being the 30th birthday of the park. But yeah, there's all the brave people up there. Not for me in this weather. Okay, so here we go on, okay, so here we go on Snowdrift. It's the park's newest ride. We did it when it made its opening. Yeah, we're back on again. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, and if you couldn't tell, it's still raining. Wow. No trim again. Oh. Wow, this is running fast. My God! How come every time we come on this it's like the spinniest car we ever get? Like, what the hell? Oh no! Oh my God! I think last time I said oh my God quite a few times. If you ever want a spinny ride on this, come on with us. I think we get best one all the time. So there we go, I've just come off of Snowdrift, which is a spinning coaster, new for 2025 here at Fantasy Island. The absolute spin you get on this is just like no other. I've not experienced a crazy spinning coaster, whatever you want to call it. I've not experienced one what's so spinny as this one. It is absolutely insane. I don't even think the rain played a part in it though. I think just in general that it is a crazy coaster. And yeah, it's one you should definitely get on coming to Fantasy Island, because I think, yeah, it's insane. So now it's about 6:30. The rain's still coming down outside. We just finished off on Snowdrift. So now we're coming inside to have us tea. We've gone to Mrs. M's, it's inside the pyramid. And yeah, look at the view you get while you're eating. Inside the wonderful pyramid. So yeah. Food with a view. So there we go, just finished my chips from Mrs. M's, which were really nice. And now to wash it all down, we're going to go to Captain Jack's, where they've got some live entertainment on down there. So yeah, I'll see you there.
Our very special guest who's coming onto the stage for you all this evening, it's Captain Jack with Captain Jack's Pirate Party! Woo! Ahoy there, mateys! Yo ho ho, and a bottle of fun! Hi there, everybody! Hello! Oh, it's good to see you! Hey, oh, you've all heard of Captain Jack the Pirate, haven't you? Well, meet Captain Jack the Parrot! Do you want to come on some adventures with me? Yo ho ho, and a bottle of fun! Oh, that's great, because I'm sailing with my little crew to find the treasure of Fantasy Island. And hey, we're gonna have some great fun along the way, aren't we? So, would you like to meet my crew? Hello there, shipmates. Mate like the sea and give me a wave. Hiya, Jim Bob. Next, I want you to give a big welcome to the other member of my crew with a big ahoy there, matey, to Blackbeard. Ready? After 3. 1.
I'm not coming out on deck. Meet these snivelling little snot grovellers.
Hey? Oh, don't mind old Blackbeard, Jack. He's still in a bit of a mood. Tell him, Captain Jack. I've got news for you. Ooh, gonna put some wheels in motion. Go on then. Get ready, cause we're sailing through. Hey now, hear what I say now. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is on the ship tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make news.
Just a few minutes left now until the indoor rides close, and then it's time for the fireworks to wrap up the 30th birthday day. So yeah, next up will be the fireworks show.
It's cold and I know it's Fantasy Island, it's Edward. From Coast of Tides. We just want to wish you the biggest 30th birthday. Happy birthday!
This is Giant Clearways from the British Magic Time. She wants to happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday, Fantasy Island, from the McCarthy Adventures. Thanks for the memories.
We still have to take credit to John for everything he's done in the past. And now you have another family where you bought the car in 2016. We really want to put the showmanship back. We want to put fantasy back in. And this is the
Searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, still in your mind, and all that was real is left behind.
there we go. That's a wrap of my day there at Fantasy Island for the 30th birthday celebration. And yeah, I've had a brilliant day as always there at the park. It's always a nice park to get back to, and of course I've managed to fit on this trip where obviously I started off at Brighton Pier, as you'll have seen, then went to Hastings, Southend, and now I'm all the way up here in Inglemells at Fantasy Island. And yeah, what a great time I've had. Always good to get back to that park though. It's, well, from my childhood, it's always been a part of my childhood, coming here on holiday and that, and yeah, I still love it to this day. And now being a content creator for the park, it's even more special to obviously share that on this page with you guys. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to Fantasy Island for inviting me down, allowing me to capture some on-ride POVs, obviously showing you around, seeing all the updates as well as everything to do for the birthday celebration. Yeah, had a brilliant time, loved every minute. It's also been great seeing everyone again, all the content creators, fans of the page, like people that follow us. It's always very appreciated. And yeah, just in general, a really nice day. The weather did hold off for the majority at the fireworks. It was absolutely freezing. It did start raining, but well done to Fantasy Island for still going through with it, still keeping the fireworks on for everyone to enjoy despite the weather. Obviously we can't control the weather, but that didn't spoil the fun, didn't spoil the party. Still had an absolutely brilliant time. Anyway, I think that's all for this video. If you have enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It's also free to do so, so why not? But yeah, you won't see many talking videos like this. This is usually just a bit of a one-off. I really wanted to do it just because it's quite a special occasion, showing Fantasy Island. It's, like I said, it's a park I grew up with, and being a content creator for it, I want to showcase it in any way possible. And yeah, so in the next video, I won't be talking. I don't know where that'll be. We've got a Goose Fair coming up soon. Hull Fair's coming up soon too. So lots of content coming up. Don't forget too, World Fun Fair Month is also coming up. So that's something else to look forward to and celebrate. So yeah, keeping the good times rolling. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Gotta muscle up, or you will get stuck in this game.